Hello there, only one Kenobi here, only one, and I thought I would show you all that I got as we pan down the Donkey Kong cabinet. I would show you all that I got at the recent Echo Base Live. So this is my haul of stuff, so look at that. That looks nice, huh? So I was really pleased with this. You know, I obviously spent a little bit more this time than I ever have at Echo Base. I've only ever been one time before anyway. So this room has changed a lot anyway. This used to have stuff all over this wall, but as you know, I'm kind of breaking things down, so I thought I would just display all this stuff here. So a mixture of old and new. A lot of it was new. All this stuff here came from ID Toys, and it was great to meet them again and speak to these, well, loads of everyone I met there. It was awesome to kind of mingle with people, but especially those guys. They had all the new vintage collection stuff, so that was awesome. Check my channel, I've already got a review of both these vehicles on my channel already, so check them out. But so as you can see, the two new X-Wings, the vintage collection Luke Skywalker X-Wing, as depicted from the end of the Battle of Yavin there, on the artwork. And this here, which is what I reviewed, it's Sunday that I'm filming this. I was at Echo yesterday, and I reviewed this morning and uploaded it, and really pleased with both these vehicles. The only thing issue I have is the price that we have to pay for them in the UK, and as it transpires they are the same price in the US, which is crazy to think that this one is priced higher. So whatever reason that is, I don't know, but anyway, nonetheless, really pleased with them. Very nice vehicles. Please do check them out on my last uploads. And down here, as you know, on the Friday I went to Forbidden Planet and already got the whole wave minus Luke Skywalker X-Wing, but I also picked these up off Nick from ID Toys, because I want to open these and I will be reviewing them soon on the channel. So I got another Sith Jet Trooper, another Rey, the Knight of Ren, which I think I'll be opening that one first, and then Zori Bliss, which looks like a great figure, really good. So it wasn't just the 3 3/4 inch line I was interested in this time. I also browsed the 6-inch line, of which I saw Dryden Voss there. Now, you know, people ask me all the time, what do I collect, 6-inch or 3 3/4? Now the thing about, yeah, I'll just leave it where it is. The thing about the 6-inch line is I do dabble in it more and more, but it's only really for characters I like. And I got this guy because obviously I like him a lot, Dryden Voss. I thought he was awesome. I get so worked up. It's a party. He's crazy, isn't he? And also, I want to do a video, I'll review this, but I'm interested in him specifically because this is someone they definitely need to put in the 3 3/4 inch on a solo card back in the vintage collection. That would be awesome. That's a Rise of Skywalker logo, I know, but still, just to, you know, show you that well, the card that could be for him would be awesome. There you go. Sorry about the focus. There he is. They look cool. So when I resurrect my 6-inch loose display, he will be a most welcome member of that. Now turning my attention now to this here. So I got a Vader's helmet, and also this brand new Luke Skywalker Red 5 helmet, which is awesome. Stay tuned, I will be reviewing this really soon. I have dabbled in helmets before. Let's go up here. This is just here temporarily. I never reviewed that, but I bought it, excuse the blue tack. I bought it a couple of years ago now, but 3 years ago or so, and that was Black Series. I was well impressed with that. Really good helmet. As I say, never reviewed that. I will at some point soon. I still have the packaging up in my roof. But I'm really inspired by something I saw when I was in Florida. I went to Launch Bay at Hollywood Studios, and they had a set of helmets all in a cabinet. They had, like, I think they had Luke's, and they had definitely a stormtrooper. They had even, I think, a tank driver. And you know, because I think they look so good, and I did see one in Forbidden Planet actually loose, well, not loose, but you know what I mean, out of the packaging, and I thought, man, that looks good enough for me to buy. Obviously, it's never gonna look as good as like the proper Hollywood props or whatever, but do you know what? For the price it is, and for, you know, what it is, it's a decent, not a bad effort, should we say. So I quite like the idea of having helmets, as I say, on display in a cabinet in a collecting room. So that's my future plan. And you know, you can't beat Luke's helmet, can you? I know there was a Poe Dameron one, but you know, I love Poe and everything, but you know, I don't want to buy them all. I just want to buy the characters I love, and Luke's one of my favourites. And that brings me to this gentleman here. I'm so glad I got this from ID Toys. He had this, like the last one he had, and the previous Echo Base live I went to, I noticed that they had loads of them, like in boxes, and I'd bought one, as I say, a couple of years before that event, and so I kind of had my fingers crossed before this one. I thought, do you know what, I really hope somebody has a Vader's helmet, and he did, and I thought, I'm having it. I got a really good deal on it as well. So yeah, that's just so cool, isn't it, man? I'm not going to review it now, obviously. I'm just showing you the packaging, but stay tuned. I will review this, and you know what? I've got a ton of cosplayers who are now following me on Facebook, and I'll be proud and glad to review these things for them, because that's right up their street, isn't it? Really good quality. You can't knock the Black Series when it comes to these helmets. They're so good. Ah, and do you know what? That Fett helmet, man, I haven't pre-ordered it or anything yet, but I'll be having a bit of that as well. That looks awesome. So that is it. So these are really good. I'm looking forward to reviewing them. And now finally a little bit of retro, old school stuff here. And it's the Republic Gunship. Now I didn't buy this. I bought this from a mate. All this stuff I bought from mates. And this one is from my mate Michael, right? Michael, who did do a really good review of the Death Star diorama recently. And he's a massive collector, and he's got loads of stuff, and he did me a great deal on this. You know, I'm going down the dark path, as he said to me. He laughed at me. He said, Nick, I can't believe it. You know, a couple of years ago you were saying you'd never buy vehicles, and I'm buying them because I got the katana, and it's all been I've been sucked into it, man. But the katana was so cool, and I've got a Millennium Falcon, as you know, and I just want to get more and more vehicles, really, because I just can see the potential in loose figure display. Because I'm going to make a diorama out of this, no question. I did actually consider getting the vintage collection one, because that had the gun turrets, and you know, just for the price of that is ridiculous. So for the sake of not having gun turrets, I looked into it. I've done my research, and all evidence suggests that the sculpt is exactly the same as the original one, which was the 2002. As you'll recognise from the packaging here, the Republic Gunship hasn't really changed much, and there it is. It's huge by all accounts. This, as a good vehicle for the 3.7 line, should be, you know, scaled as good as possible. That is not focusing. Why not? Focus. Oh my god. Doesn't really matter. It's only a logo. I don't know what's confusing the camera there. It's not zoning in on it anyway. Whatever. So that's really cool. I'm glad about that. I love the gunship. My nephew Finn, he's growing up now. He likes lots of other things other than Star Wars, but he always wanted one of these. I'm sure he'll dig that. And then down here, this was a guy, didn't catch his name, but he had this. He was selling it. He was a big Fett fan, he said, and he had a few different slave ones. He had one from the Power of the, not the Power, beg your pardon, sorry, Shadows of the Empire. Great game, great book, great characters in that, and he had one of those slave ones. But I quite fancied just matching it up and getting a slave one from Attack of the Clones, because if you look up there, you will see I have the Attack of the Clones. This is really good, actually. That's a great ship. Look at that, how good that is. That was a later release of it, which they scaled down. And I know they did the same for the Jango Fett Slave one, but this one was big size, good size for 3 3/4 inch. And so that's quite nice. I've got the Slave one. I know there's a vintage collection one, but at least if I've got that one for the Jango, I'm still wide open to get a vintage collection one for Boba, which I know exists in the vintage collection. And then that's it. And then this one here, another friend of mine hooked me up with this, which I'm really glad to have it, and I will review this in good time. But Luke Yavin ceremony, or whatever you want to call it. But I will say this, I'll save it for a review to rant about it, but I do believe what people say. That is a really questionable image that they've used, Hasbro, there. It ain't the best, but you know, I suppose the hand was a bit iffy anyway, so it kind of matches that. But really, so, you know, it just proves yet again that the customizers are they're doing a better job than these guys. Well, not Kenner, but you know what I mean. Sorry to say bad things about the company that's supplying so much stuff that brings a lot of happiness in my life, but you know, you've got to kind of flag up these questions. Why on earth did they just settle on that there? What are they thinking? Crazy. What do you think about that? Anyway, I'll be reviewing that all in good time. I think I've shown you everything there, so there's a lot to come on this channel. So if you are not a subscriber, then do subscribe, especially if you like this kind of stuff, and then the modern vintage and even old vehicles like this, which they are really good vehicles. I look forward to getting them open and reviewing them for you. And that is all. Thank you so much for watching this. This has been Only One Kenobi. Only one.